Are you dating someone and you suspect that they are not fully over their ex? This video is for you. I am Lisa, the love coach. I'm the founder of lovequestcoaching.com, certified professional love life coach. And I am going to get into this topic today because a lot of people who reach out to me for coaching, they come to me with this problem. They're like, I'm going along with this person and it's going good, but I suspect that they're not over their ex. Like, how can I tell if they are or if they're not? Like, what's going on? Am I wasting my time? So I want to get into all of that so that you have all the information you need so that you can make a decision for yourself. I have notes. I have it all. I'm going to get into it deep. So let's jump in. First of all, this whole thing of you being attracted to someone who's unavailable, I don't know if this is a pattern, right? I find in my coaching practice that this is not a first time occurrence and it is not random. It is a pattern. It is painful, right? It's like feeling that pain of being in second place, wondering if like the relationship will ever fully take off. If you are kind of hitting the gas and hitting the brake because you're like, I like this person and I want to keep seeing them, but I gotta put the brakes on because I don't know if they're really over their ex. So it becomes kind of this push-pull, this stop-go. It's very confusing, right? We're going to get into more of why this is so confusing in a minute. So it's not feeling good for you, yet you're still with someone who's emotionally unavailable, right? So let's get clear about what emotional unavailability even looks like and how it might be showing up, because this is going to help you make a decision. So what's really going on here? Okay, so they might be physically present, but emotionally distant. So you get this feeling that they show up, they seem to do all the right things, they text you back, they say the right things, like they're in it, but something feels off. You're like, I don't know, like there's a disconnect and it's like a delay, like there's a heart that's on delay, right? Like they only go to a certain point with you and you can't really connect with them deeper and emotionally. And then if you bring it up, they shut down or they accuse you of overthinking, which is like a total red flag. Or they'll just say like, no, nothing's wrong, I'm fine. Right? Nothing's wrong. I'm fine. Everything's good. Right? And they downplay it. So this is important and this matters because this whole thing is creating a false sense of connection. And like you're in proximity, but there isn't really intimacy there. There's really kind of a blockage. And it is possible that that blockage is there because their heart is still belonging to this other person. They haven't gone through the process yet to let go of that other person. And they think by perhaps dating you and starting a new relationship, it will get their mind off of the old relationship, but really they're not ready. So it's like super, super important that you're like on point with this because you get to decide ultimately who you give access to, right? It's on you to make that decision. So here's another telltale sign that they're probably not over their ex and they're very emotionally unavailable is that they directly or indirectly, they will talk about their ex often. They will weave them into an example, the conversation, something gives them the inspiration to always bring them up and bring them into the mix of this entire relationship. It's as if like this other person is there and you almost start to like know them. It's very odd. They compare you even on like a subtle level. My ex used to do that too. My ex never had her nails done. You do yours so pretty. They'll even do it as a compliment, which is a form of even love bombing. So you have to be careful with that. I had that happen to me where someone was talking about their ex in a disparaging way. So I was taking that to believe at the time that they were putting me on a pedestal by comparing me to their awful ex, and they were vilifying their awful ex, which only messed with my mind because they put me up on this pedestal and then discarded. So it was like you put me up on this pedestal and then you knocked me off and the fall was so hard and harsh, right? And that is a learning lesson. That's what I teach my clients. Because once you see these things and you make commitments to yourself and agreements with yourself that you are not tolerating this anymore, you will not tolerate this anymore. So you're watching this video so that you can get the strength up to let this person go and just say, like, listen, I want to be with somebody who's totally present, like who's really into being connected with me. And I'm getting this vibe that you're kind of in and then out, in, out. This is also demonstrated by communication in between dates. So if they're attentive and they had a date with you and you part ways, and then a text comes through like, hey, I just want to wish you good night. This was such a fun date. I can't wait to do it again. Let me know what your rest of your week is like. Let's try to get something on the books for Friday, right? Like then the following day, they're attentive. Hey, good morning, having some coffee, laughing at what you said last night, send you an emoji. Like they're in it. They're like, they want to be with you. But when they kind of go on a date and then you're wondering, like, am I going to hear from them? Like, I texted them. We haven't texted all day. And it's very in, out, inconsistent. It's probably because he's still, or she, guy or girl, can be very still pensive and thinking about the ex. So the other thing that they do when they are emotionally unavailable and still possibly not over their ex is they do behave inconsistently. And it becomes normal and it becomes tolerated. And it's like a hot cold. They're in, they're out. One day they're super affectionate. Next day they're like MIA. They keep you guessing. You find yourself working extra hard to like keep the connection alive. You're feeling unpredictable. It's very unpredictable. It's kind of erratic and you're feeling a very anxious, kind of like it's getting you anxiety. And this unpredictability is a way to get you addicted, right? So if you do not have it in you to recognize that inconsistency is even happening and you continue to tolerate inconsistency, that up and down, that unpredictability does create an addictive dynamic. So you need to be totally aware of that and careful of that, because that totally is a thing. And it makes it very difficult for you to leave this relationship, and you need to leave it, right? If somebody you suspect isn't 100% for you, right? If they're only able to be like showing up 80% and you're trying to give 100, it's not, the dynamic's going to be thrown off. You're going to be like, what am I doing? Okay. So emotional unavailability often masquerades as passion. This is another thing, right? So emotional unavailability, they will masquerade that as passion. So here you're thinking, oh my God, they're into me. This is so great. When we're together, it's nothing else exists. And it's because what happens when they are away from you is what to look at. Anybody can be caught up in you when they're with you, but it's when they are away from you that shows that they're still connected. There's an energetic tethering that starts to happen between you and them. Right? You've been in relationships, right? I have my husband, right? He goes away on a business trip. I still feel energetically connected to him. I know that we're going to be texting throughout the day. He's going to show me pictures of what he's eating on his business trip. He's going to, like, I'm going to show him a picture of the dog. Like we're still connected to each other throughout the day. Right? And not in like a psycho way, in just like a normal, like he's taking me along with him on his business trip through text, through calls, through connecting points, right? When you don't have that emotional tethering or that energetic tethering to your person, you feel disconnected, right? And that's an icky feeling. It's awful. You feel like, what am I doing? Why am I even in this? So if you're dating someone who physically shows up but emotionally lives in another relationship, then that will even show avoidant behavior. And they're definitely not going to like the conversation if you bring it up. So you definitely have to learn how to bring it up in a way that is very self-advocating for you. You're not bringing it up to elicit a change. You're bringing it up because you do not like it. And it's important that you advocate for yourself in relationships and express clearly what is tolerable and what is not, right? So this gets into why it is so hard to walk away, right? So there's a psychological pull that happens. I kind of alluded to this before when I said the thing about addiction, that erratic behavior gets addictive. So there's something called the sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy. I want to make sure I say that right so that you get it. Okay, the sunk cost fallacy is when you put a lot of effort and attention and energy into someone, into anything, right? It's the same thing like when people say, I hate my job, my job sucks, my boss is a disaster, everybody sucks. And you look at them and you're like, you've been here for 2 years. Like, why don't you quit your job? Like, go just get your resume together and find another job. Oh, but I invested so much. I trained these people. They moved me to a new department last fall. They gave me a raise. It's not all bad. It's kind of toxic and awful, but like I've put so much into this and I'm already there, and just like getting another job would be so hard right now, right? Like they make excuses. So this is kind of the same, but except with the job, it's a person. So you'll be like, I think he's not like, she's not over her ex. Like, I don't think this person is fully like available for me. But, you know, I've been with them for 2 years. I've been with them for 6 months. I've been with them for this, right? Like, I've been with them already 3 months. It's going really well. I don't want to jinx it. Like, you'll hear yourself saying these types of things. Like, maybe I'm overreacting. Like, you'll start to doubt yourself and call yourself out. Maybe I'm just being an overthinker, right? When really your gut instinct is kind of like, yeah, this person is doing all the right things, but there's no real emotional tethering going on. There's something up, and I think they might not be completely over their ex. So you're on track. Like, you're not crazy for thinking this. And I'm hoping that this video is helping you right now. Okay. So it's super hard to walk away for that reason. And then also staying with somebody who's emotionally unavailable because you've waited so long to meet someone, and you ignore red flags because you've already been through so much together. That's also another thing that people say, like, oh, we've been through so much together. And you're like avoiding these red flags. Meanwhile, you're like, what did you really go through? Like, your entire relationship is based on this fallacy that they're truly available to you. Everything was a challenge, one challenge after the next, just you proving your worth over and over and over again, because they're like kind of into it, but not really. You want more. It's not progressing. Even the level of conversation, like you're sitting here like, why are we just so superficial in our conversation? Like all it is about going out, having fun. There's no real depth here. Why? Because that is reserved in their heart for the other person. They haven't severed that yet. So, you know, these are all things that I go into like super deep with the people that I coach, because like to validate you, it's like not crazy. You're seeing these things, right? The other thing that'll keep you stuck too is this scarcity mindset, thinking like they are it. And, you know, you have to help them get over their ex. Like that's not your place to do that, right? Oh, but Lisa, I won't meet anyone better. I'm older. I'm this, I'm that. So you start to downplay yourself because the dating market is so horrible. And meanwhile, it's like, no, like I'm dating to get to my person. Like date to get to your person. And if this person isn't it, you need to cut them loose so that you can make space for the person who really is for you. So this is the problem, right? You stay stuck. And you have this mindset thing of dating is so hard. It's so hard to find good people. When in actuality, it isn't. The shift needs to be, I met this clown, so I can meet another one and another one and another one, right? Like, believe in yourself more, right? And if this is coming as a struggle where you're like, yeah, I really don't have self-confidence, you need to cut this person out of your life and work on yourself. This is really what it boils down to. Because there is something going on in you, which I can help you to figure out what that is. There is definitely something going on with you where you are going from one unavailable person to the next, over and over, different people, still same thing over and over. And it's one letdown relationship after the next. And so just taking something as short as 6 months, 3 to 6 months, right? to just no one clear the decks, no dating, nothing, and just really do this type of work, it will make a massive difference. Like I have clients who do the work with me and they'll do it for like a 90-day program, and then they love it so much they want to go another 3 months. So it'll be like a total of 6 months. And in their case, they'll end up meeting their person. Like they end up being like a whole different change of how they approach dating, how they approach themselves, everything. So like this whole thing of doing the work, this is what doing the work is. It's not dating when you're not ready. If you notice that you're like, oh, I always attract people who are like recently divorced or recently getting out of a relationship, and you still proceed, that means that you don't love yourself. It means that you're just like scarcity dating, like, ooh, I'll just go along with this. No, you're only out of something for 2 months. Okay, keep my number and let's reconnect in another 4 months. What do you mean? You don't want to go out? I don't think you're ready for someone like me. I'm dating to attract my spouse, right? So you just got out of something. So I don't think that this is a fit. Don't be afraid to say that, right? And my coaching empowers people to carry themselves in that manner, to carry themselves with self-advocacy is what it's called. It's not selfish. You're just very clear about what it is you want, and you can spot out when it is not it, and you can swiftly move forward and not bat an eye at it, right? Because you're here for you, right? This person you just met. And if they are not hitting the mark with their availability to you, then you need to move on, okay? So here's the cost of staying, right? If you don't move on from these people who you assume or you presume, or your gut, your instincts, your in here is telling you, I think they're not over their ex. Like, I think there's like a triangulation thing going on here. Okay, but if you stay, you will find yourself emotionally burnt out. Emotional burnout. You will lose your self-esteem. You will question your self-worth. You will miss out on opportunities to meet other people who are more aligned with you, who are available for you. Your person. Every time you waste minutes, seconds of energy on who is not for you, you miss out on who is for you, right? So imagine it like this. You are in the market for a certain pair of shoes, and you just are like, okay, I'm going to go find these shoes. And you go. And you get them. And they're awful. And you wear them, and you're like, they suck. They give me blisters on my feet. I hate these shoes. They're so pretty though. And I already wore them, and I can't take them back. And they're so pretty. And I can't take them back. But you could get rid of them. You could just be like, you know what? I'm going to put these to Goodwill. I wore them twice. They ripped my feet apart. I'm out. Now I have more room in my closet for the shoes that really do fit me. But you can't do that if you're looking at these shoes that don't fit you. It's the same thing, right? You're looking at what isn't it and trying to say, how could it be it? It's not it. This doesn't fit me right. This isn't good for me. This isn't good for me. But meanwhile, what is good for you is over here like, hi, I'm right here. I'm good for you. Hi. But you don't see it because you're too focused on what is not for you. So this is a massive cost for staying, right? You're eroding your self-worth every minute you stay with someone who is showing you that they are not truly available for you, that they are not truly on the same page as you, right? It's very important. So here's the thing. Letting go is very difficult. However, it's very empowering, right? So when you let go, you're not giving up on someone. You're just not giving up on love. You're not giving up on them. You're just done settling for confusion, right? You're like, listen, you're cool. All good. We can be friends. We can stay like cool with each other. If I see you around socially, no harm, no foul. Just you are not ready for someone like me. That's it. And learn how to say that. You are not ready for someone like me. And they'll be like, what do you mean? You're just not ready for somebody like me. I'm looking for a certain level of connection that I don't think we're having. And I don't know why that is. You often talk about your ex. So perhaps there's some unfinished business there that you get to now work out. But I'm not going to accompany you through that. That's not my place. I'm just saying to you, I don't think you're over your ex. Flat out say it. And maybe that will inspire them to go and see if there is unfinished business, or go and see if they are over them fully. And maybe they'll be returning, and maybe in a couple of months, you'll get that text, you'll get that call, and they will admit, you know what, it wasn't a good time. I still realized I had feelings. I had to have a final conversation. I had to get closure, blah, blah, blah. I feel so much better now. I guess meeting you was a blessing in disguise, la, 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 la. I'd love to take you out again if you'd let me. Okay, I mean, sure. Like, he never did you dirty. He wasn't like screwing her and hanging out with you at the same time, or again, guy, girl, seeing her boyfriend while she's seeing, like, you didn't see any shadiness happening. It was just a disconnect, right? So there's no reason why you can't say, well, let's see, right? I want to hear what happened and I'll make a decision. Because if they really did like you, right, but they weren't ready yet, then they got their stuff handled, took some time, and then reemerged. There's nothing wrong with, revisiting it, provided that they are not manipulative, narcissistic, playing games, right? And these are the things that I help my clients to determine, okay? So for more information on how you can let go so that you're not settling, right? That, you're not settling for confusion as your relationship status. Like, they should have it on the thing. Relationship status, confused. That's horrible, right? You deserve so much more than confusion. And, kind of a form of self-betrayal, right? Every time you stay with somebody who's not for you, you're kind of eroding your own connection to yourself, right? Your inner being is like, girl, don't you love me? You're hanging out with this guy, and he's not it. And you keep hanging out with him, or you keep kissing her ass. You keep taking her out. You keep, right? Guy, girl, same thing can happen. This is not a gender thing at all. I coach both men and women, and I get men all the time saying, I don't know if my girlfriend is over her ex. Help me to find out how. And I help them, because you deserve to know. You deserve to know. So here's how to connect with me. I can definitely help you. I'm so grateful that you hung out with me on this video for this long. So you can click into the description. There's a link there to do one of two things. You can, if you're inspired to do so, go over to my website and book a one-on-one session with me. It's lovequestcoaching.com, lovequestcoaching.com. And you could also there find a free love life assessment. Both are on the landing page. As soon as you get there, you'll see a picture of me so that you know it's the right person, and you'll see a little button that says get your free love life assessment, get your one-on-one session, and you can sort out whichever one you want. I'm happy to help you. I'm Lisa the Love Coach. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification so when I post these videos, you get your invite to this party. And then you could also comment in the comments and respond and all of these fun things so that I get to know from you. All right, till next time. Bye.